if we recap yesterday's session, yesterday we have seen how to create a new user, and we have seen various ways here, when you without the roles, how the user is behaving and what are the options we are able to see. When you assign employee abstract role, so what are the options you will get, and when you add IT security manager role, job role, so what are the options you will get? Nothing but we will get a security console against your tools. Okay. Then after we have added application implementation consultant to job role. Okay. When you add application implementation consultant to job role, you will get a couple of application access, and you will get in a settings and actions full-fledged of the 100% application access. You will get the customizations options and the tools remaining options, and all the options are enabled to the navigator board in the springboard, right? So to continue the same, today we'll see the more on the user side. Just try to log in the same user, whichever GP10 user. So just navigate to the tools and security console. Now here I'm trying to add one more application access, which is account receivables. We'll try to add account receivables manager job role to the users. Just go to the user screen and search with GP10. And this is my user. The same. And add here, add the role, account receivables manager here, for AR account receivables manager job role. Just select the same and click on add role membership, and then now you will get an AR application access here. Just save and close. Just click on the done. And instead of multiple logins, just you can submit retrieve job, so that these roles can be synchronized with your LDAP server, and you are able to see the changes. Just navigate to the tools and schedule process. This is schedule new process, and retrieve latest LDAP changes. Just try to select the OK. Just click on OK and submit the same. Now this is running in the background. Try to just to give a moment here. Just provide some time to retrieve LDAP, latest LDAP changes. Now just try to relog in the application. We'll see whether the accounts receivables application get added or not. Just try to sign in. Now, if you see here, this is procurement, payables, and this is receivables get added successfully. We say receivables. This is billing. Since we are added the top level role, which is accounts receivable manager job role. Manager job role we have been added, so that you will get an access for complete application access. This is billing, AR billing transactions, account receivables, AR receipts you can find here. This is revenues. So this is the billing. Just click on the billing here. You can see all the options related against your transactions and all. So this is create transaction, credit transaction, manage transaction, all the options you are able to see by default, since we are added account receivable manager top level role. For example, here, just go to the create transaction. Just try to create a transaction here. Here we will get whether we do have the data access set or not. Just we will verify whether you will get in a data access set or not. For example, your business unit, you will get in a data access set by default here. So how you are getting the business units here by default is nothing but you are added application implementation consultant job role to the user. When you add application implementation consultant job role to the user, by default, you will get an access for this. Let's remove application implementation consultant job role and try to observe the change, how it will be behaved. In real time, we do not have application implementation consultant job role to the user. Whichever you want, just you will be able to try to add the application access for you. This is security console. And you use this. Yesterday, someone is asked, right? This is single sign-on here. The left side, you can see the single sign-on. Here you can, enable the single sign-on between your third-party application to your cloud application. This is the user. GP10. Now we'll try to disable the same application implementation consent. Edit the same, and this is the application implementation consultant job. Just try to delete the same here. Just click on yes and save and close. Now, for a better way, just go to the tools and schedule process. Invoke again, retrieve latest LDAP changes. Already running still. Issues. Just try to relog. So why we are submitting this job, even though we are deleted for a standard job, since it's required multiple relogins in order to reflect the changes immediately. It will take some time in order to reflect the changes. At least we need to give a minutes. Still it's there. Still we could see all the applications here. Since we are removed application implementation consultant job role.
Hi Vijay, Sripad here.
Yes,
Meanwhile,
super.
how are we getting that scheduling access here? Because we have added employee role or
Yeah, when you add employee role, by default, you will get a schedule process. Employee
okay.
abstract role. When you add employee abstract role, you will get, yesterday have been shown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, schedule process and the report and analytics by default you will get when you add an employee abstract role.
And if I don't do that and just assign any AP or AR manager response, the roles, I won't get this schedule
Yes, you will
process.
get by default. The reason yesterday I have shown role by role, right? First,
Okay.
we have added employee role. First, we are not added blank. So, what are the options you will get? When you add employee role, what are the options you will get? When you application implementation consultant role, and when you add security console, we have been added 4 roles one by one, and we have seen the changes.
Yeah.
The options we will get.
Yes.
Same, you write when you add an employee role, by default you will get schedule process and report analytics without irrespective of any application.
Okay.
Okay, great. Now, the application, yes. Okay. Now, the application implementation consultant job changes will gone here. There is no much applications here. Just open again the receivables application here. Since we had added account receivables manager job role. So here, if you see, earlier you could see some couple of data here, something 74 plus, and you could see a couple of data here in the dashboard.
Mm.
Right now, just go to the create transaction. Now the business unit, still you are able to see the business unit. See here, ideally it should be blank here. Not sure why it is showing the data here. It should be some time in order to reflect the changes. Ideally it should be blank. So for this role, we need to add, data security policy in order to get the data access. Okay. So to add the data security policy, here already Oracle is added data security policy. Just we have seen how we can add the same. Just we will verify the standard data security policies, how the Oracle is maintaining the same. In the real time, we will not create any data security policies. Simply we'll go for the security context. The security context we'll see when we working with FBA process. Just go to the roles. Here, receivables manager job role. This is, and just edit the role here. There is a data security policies, the wizard option, third step is there. Here we are maintaining the data security policies, nothing but against your applications data. So what are the access you need to get? Here Oracle is defined here. For example, here if you see one of the example, the grant business unit. This is here, the grant on the business unit. Grant on the business unit. For example, if you see the grant on business unit, just you can edit the same here. Edit option. The grant on business unit on manage receivables activity data. For this privilege, Oracle is assigned a business unit. The same will try to create the same here. Just create data security policy. The policy name is GP10 BU access something. The database resources. If you want to get a business unit access, on all business unit B, this is, you will get in a business unit access. Here business unit is nothing but, for example, I have my enterprise structure in a US, UK, India, and Japan, so on. So I'm trying to add the Japan business unit, or I'm trying to add India business unit, like that. So I'm trying to get first of all business unit access here. This is for all business unit we can select, and data set you can select by key, select by instance set, all values. Select by key is nothing but there is a reference key concept will come into picture. The with the help of reference key, we can segregate the business unit. So what are the business unit you require? Those business units we will assign to the reference data set, and the reference data set we will assign to here. And select by instance set, again reference data set will have, select by key is nothing but your business unit ID. Select by instance set is nothing but reference data set. All values is nothing but whichever business units are defined against your application, all the values we are able to see by default. The reason, when you open the create transaction screen, business unit LOV, there you can see all the options by default, since already Oracle is enable your business unit data against your application. Okay, this is all values. Now you can select the actions here, manage receivables activities here. So which further business unit, for which privilege you are trying to enable the same. So here you can find the privilege. So this is manage receivables activity data, manage receivables receipts, and so on. So all receivables options I'm trying to enable the same. Just click on OK. Okay. Now we are added a custom data security policy to our standard role. So this is not a good practice. Always we need to customize your standard role and try to add the same. Okay. The way just you can verify the data security policies, how the Oracle is created for each access. For example, I want to get a ledger access here. So grant a ledger or a ledger policy name, data source. As of now, we are selected manage receivables activities, right? Here Oracle is selected. Data source is GLedger table, and the privilege is read view accounting period status. Something like this. Okay. Just for to get a knowledge, just you can verify the data security policies. It's not, there is no much useful in the real time.
Hi, Vijay.
Yes.
Hello. Yeah. Can you
Yeah.
please repeat the select by key and select by instance set?
Yeah. Select by key is nothing but we are selected for all business units we table as a data source, right? Yeah. Select by key is nothing but select star from all business unit V, you will get a business unit ID. When you hard code business unit ID over there, you will get a business unit access against your ID. Okay.
Okay.
Select by reference key. Select by key is nothing but it's kind of reference data set. Nothing but they are Oracle is grouping the data. For that group, we are associated couple of business units. When you add that business reference data set to the data source, automatically you will get all the business unit access against your reference data set. For example, I have India reference data set. I have India reference data set. For example, if you take US reference data set, New York business unit and something, host and business unit like that. So I have added two business units for a single reference data set. These reference data set we will assign to the data source against for all business units and you can select the privilege role, manage receivables data activity. So that you will get only two business units data access. Okay.
Okay. So it's a separate, it will be a separate setup, right?
Yeah, it's a separate setup. The setup we'll see when we're working on the everyday process at the security context level.
Okay.
All values, but whenever or whichever business units are setups against your application, all the business units you will see by default. Okay. Okay.
And
Okay.
Vijay, one more thing, like at what level we assign these data security, like because here like we are assigning it to accounts receivable manager role, right? So
Yes.
what is the like standard practice to achieve this?
Yeah, in general, we will not creating this data security policy in the real time. Moreover, Oracle is provided another mechanism to add this data security with help of security context. Okay. There we can identify, once you see the security context, easily you can identify it in at what level I need to add these roles and all to the user.
Oh, okay.
This is very high, the data security policies. Yes, someone. Yes, if.
Is that if suppose I want to set roles only for read, let's say set of reporting, seeded reports, and I want to only for view read only. So can I go for this is the option or
No. We do
individual
have
only?
read on or have separate for reporting concept.
Okay.
For the report level, we need to set either you need to submit the report or edit the report or view the report only to see the output of the report. That is, we can set against the report level.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Now, just select any one of the role here, not only accounts receivables manager. You can select any one of the role. Now we'll try to create a custom role. We'll try to create a complete custom role. Before creating a custom role, I want to know what are the privilege roles or what are the menu options I need to add for a application access. Let's remove account receivables as well. Sorry, already we are in security console, right? Users. Just go to GPIT and user. So when you add the account receivables manager, we can see create transaction, manage transactions, right? Now we will try to add only the manage transactions with help of a custom role, not only all the options. Just try to edit the same and delete account receivables manager. Now we'll try to customize this role. We'll try to add specific privileges to the user. Just click on the done. Go to the roles. Here select any one of the role, not only all, any one of the role. Just select any one of the role here. In the drop down, there is option simulate navigator. There is option you can see simulate navigator. Just select any one of the role and open the simulate navigator. The simulate navigator allows us to see the complete SaaS application roles and their menu options. For example, you are able to the receivables as the main icon. When you click on the receivables, it will open again 3 child icons, right? Billing, receivables, and revenues. So how you are getting those main tile and the sub 3 tiles is nothing but with help of menu role options, menus. The menus, against the menu, we are trying to assign the privilege roles. The complete SaaS application related, the menu options and the drill down roles you can see in the simulate navigator. Here you can see the complete SaaS application roles here. For example, we are in the receivables. This is receivables. Receivables have credit reviews, billing, account receivables, revenue, and funds capture. These many options are available for the receivables. And if you go for order management, this is order management related menu options. And this is payroll related menu options. And this is projects related menu options. Now, just go to the receivables here. I want to enable the billing option. So before billing option, first we need to enable the menu option. Okay, just go to the here, just click on the billing. You can see the view roles that grant access, view privileges required for menu. First go for view privileges required for menu. So here first this is a privileges granting access to the navigator menu item. On the navigator menu item, if you want to add in a receivables menu option, this is a privilege name, manage billing activities. When you add manage billing activities to the custom role, and the custom role when you add to the user, by default you will get an access for only a receivables tile access. Against a tile you won't see any options. So against that, if you want to add, for example, when you add manage billing activities, you will get an access transactions. If you see, this is the manage billing activities. And do we have any options still? Any privilege manage billing activities here? No. By default, you will get a transaction screen. Still, I want to see in a create transaction option. I want to get a transaction option. You need to add a role, create receivable invoice privilege role to the user. Okay. First, we'll try to add a manage billing activities role with help of a custom role. Open a different session, one more session here. First of all, create a custom role. Against the custom role, try to add this role. Now we do have the still receivables is there. No issues. Otherwise, we can log out the application and re-log in so that receivables will be gone. Otherwise, we may get the conflicts. So there is no receivables now. This is payables, procurement, payables. Yeah. Now go to the tools and security console and open one more session here. And this is the roles. Open any one of the roles. And open a simulate navigator screen. And here open again tools, security console. So here I am trying to add receivables billing. View privileges required for menu. This is manage billing activity. Just control, just copy the same and go to the roles. Create a role here. There's a create role button. You can see the right side. Just create a role. This is GP10 accounts receivables. Custom. Again, GP10 accounts receivable custom. This is custom role. The role category, here you can see the module specific role categories, common roles and CRM roles, financial roles, HCM roles, and procurement, CM setup, and so on. So by default and blindly you can select the common job roles so that it will get in all the roles categories. So all the roles privileges you can see the common job roles. Just click on the next. Here add function security policy. Just try to search with manage billing activities. Or manage billing activities privilege role. So manage billing activity, just add privilege role to the user. Just add to the role, manage billing activities. Just click on the load inherited policies. So there is no much roles are available for against this. Now we will add one more, create receivable invoice privilege role. Add function security policy. This is create receivable invoice, nothing but I am trying to add create option also. Just try to cancel. Just click on the next. Here add in a data security policy as well. GP10 BU access. Here just I'm trying to show how we can add this. All business units will. Just click on OK. Select by all values. See here, select by key, nothing but the business unit ID number. Against for all business in PV table, there is a BU ID primary key is available. Just you can copy paste here the value. Otherwise, you can select the all values and select what are the privilege action you need to perform here. So something manage receivables activities I need to enable here. This is manage receivables activities. Just add a couple of options related to the receivables and just click on OK. Just click on the next and click on the next. This is a user screen. There is a right side, you can find one button, add user. Just click on the add user. Here you can search with your user GP10. This is GP10 user. We are trying to create a custom role, and the custom role we are trying to assign to the user here itself. Add user to the role. Now this role gets added to the user. Just click on the next. Now here it's saying the function security policy. This is summary screen. The function security policy is added to, the data security policy is added one, and this is added to one of the user. Just save and close. Since this is a custom role, completely custom role, it's mandatory to perform those 3 synchronized jobs. We need to submit those 3 synchronized jobs from schedule process. It's mandatory step. Okay. Now go to the schedule process here itself. Schedule new process. Send pending LDAP. Click on OK. Again, you can submit a retrieve latest lab changes. Just submit it and import user and security, user and application security roles. Import user and role application security data. Just try to submit the same. Just keep on running these jobs. Refresh it. So moreover, the send pending LLAP request will try to send the request to the LLAP server. The retrieve LLAP latest changes, it will try to get all the changes. Nothing but it will synchronize with IDCS application to our SaaS application. And this is import user and role application security data. It will try to insert the data into a roles table. I will give you the roles table. What are the we have? So this is done. Now just try to click on the home option here. See, do we have any receivables options here? No. Just try to click on sign out. Just click on the sign. We have the receivables. No. Still receivables enabled? No. Just sign up. We'll give a last relogin. Otherwise, we'll go for to try to verify once we have correctly added the roles or not the user. So in real time, it will take some time in order to reflect the changes. This is a custom role, right? It won't.
One thing you have opened in another browser as well. Yeah.
No, that is not a big issue. This is view roles that grant access. I guess we are missing one more role. See if anything is required here. Receivables inquiry and joint venture tax manager, receivables invoice, billing management. Management also not required. Please mute yourself. Have the receivables? No. Just go to the tools and security console and roles. P10 account receivables custom role and try to edit the role. Let's click on next. This is add function security policy. Billing management. So this is a duty role, so not helpful for us. In general, it should be enabled. It will take some time, yeah. It should be enable the receivables, but it will take some time in order to reflect the changes.
Sorry, Vijay, there were two options when we added the function security. So,
What are the two options?
yeah, maybe can you like,
Oh, just a
go back to
moment.
that screen? Yeah.
Receivables. Okay. Taking more time. You mean to say this role hierarchy?
Yes.
The role hierarchy is nothing but if you want to inherit from one role to another role, just you can go for the role hierarchy.
No, just before that, function security policies when we added.
Basic information.
The function security, we added
Yeah, we are
one.
added the privilege roles here. You can add
Yeah.
the privilege roles and duty
Okay.
roles here.
Okay. So when we click on that add function security, please can you? Yeah. And if we select any here.
Like manage billing
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm. Yeah. So there are two options below: add selected privileges, add a privilege to role something. So
Yeah, both are same. No issues. Add privilege to role, add selected privilege. For example, this billing management or manage manage the creation process customer service billing duties nothing but we do have multiple roles. So by default it won't enable here if you see. Only it will add selected privilege role to the user. Okay, when you add job role to the user, it may enable add privilege to the role. So this option
okay.
here, role hierarchy. Again, role hierarchy, just click on the add role. Here add role membership will come into picture. When you add job roles and duty roles here. So moreover, we are not using role hierarchy in the real time also. Mostly will manage the complete role access with the help of function security policy. Sometimes the roles can be, sometimes you are not able to see couple of privilege roles or duty roles in the drop down here. If you are not able to find, obviously you need to go here the role hierarchy and you need to add the roles here. Very rare scenarios. Okay.
Okay.
We'll give it a last try. Here, this is billing. If you see the billing is gets enabled here. Only billing. Just click on the billing. Now you see we are added all the business units against a custom role. Now we are able to see the data. We do not have multiple options here. See here. Earlier we do have when you add a standard role to the user, you could see all the options. Now you will get an access for only create option. Create transaction. Now you will get a create transaction, you will get all the business unit access. This user only having a privilege to create the transactions. The way you can create your own, custom role and add to the user. This is how to create a complete custom role. Now, just navigate tools. Yeah.
Yeah, I have one question. Can we copy the existing standard?
Yeah, that is now I'm going to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, mostly in real time, we'll customize standard role. Okay, we'll try to customize standard roles. For example, there is a roles account receivables manager role. Account receivables manager job role is there. I want to customize this standard role. So what is a customize means is nothing but you need to exclude or include the roles from your standard role. Either you need to add, either you need to delete. You can add or delete a role from your manager role and you can completely customize a standard role. So in order to customize the standard role here, just select the role whichever you want to customize The drop down, there is option copy role. Just click on the copy role. Copy the top level role or copy the top role and inherited roles. Inherited role means 100%. Whichever the inherited roles are there, again, these will come along with your customized role. Simply, you can select the copy top level role, nothing but it will comes with only account receivables manager top level roles. There is no inherited roles will not come. Now this is your custom role. By default, if you create a custom, just I'm trying to add GP10 for our understanding. This is always with underscore. GP10, this is financial job roles, and this is our custom role. Just go to the custom role. I don't want to import payables invoice privilege role to the user. Just select the same, delete. Now it gets deleted. I don't want to see manage receivables activities or you can go for the role hierarchy here. You can see the duty roles. When you delete any duty roles, all the privilege roles gets deleted automatically. This is customer account inquiry. I don't want, just delete. You can remove only inherited by the current role. Okay, we are not selected inherited roles, right? This is the duty role, privilege role, something duty role is there here. Just try to delete. Yeah, the way you can delete and add this role to the user here. Add user. Add this role to the user and try to save your work. Since it is a custom role, you need to mandatory to submit those 3 ESA jobs. It's mandatory. The way you can customize your roles, whichever, again, you can customize your data roles. You can delete all the data roles, whichever you want, just you can keep the same. Otherwise, delete the complete data roles and maintain everything from security context. You will see at FBDA level. Okay, the way you can customize the standard roles. This is very simple. Nothing is there. Now, if you are observed, when you add in a user, there are a couple of options are available there. If you are observed here, security console. When you add a role to the user, there is auto provision roles and something assign roles are 2 options are available. If you observe. This is assignable and auto provision. Just edit the same. This is add role, add auto provision roles and remove all the roles. Okay. And there is option assignable here. There is option assignable and auto provision. So by default, couple of roles are assignables. Account receivables manager is assignable and IT security manager assignable. The same way I'm trying to enable assignable option. Okay, assignable option to the user. So what is assignable is nothing but this is a delegation roles. Nothing but we are performing a delegation activity. So what is a delegation activity is nothing but if my manager is in the vacation, a manager is on vacation. So I want to perform my manager duties on that week. Instead of manager, I want to assign this role to someone. So this is called a delegation or vacation rules. In the vacation rules, you need to assign your roles to your next level user, and same user will perform your activities instead of your absence. That is called assignables. This is auto provision. Let's assume there is a purchase department in an organization. The purchase department, I have 100 users. For that 100 users, I want to add, for each user, I want to add 10 roles. So it's not possible to select 100 users and each user I need to select 10 roles, right? It's not possible to create as a bulk. So what will do auto provision roles? Based on the condition, we'll add all the roles to the user. Sorry, based on the condition, we will add all the roles to the one of the rule. the rule get assigned to the user when you click on add auto provision rules. So automatically the rule can add it to the user. Rule can contain your 10 rules. So based on the business unit, based on the department, based on the job, and based on the employee, we need to create these auto provision rules. Okay. First, we'll try to create auto provision rules. So there is no settings and actions here. We'll try to add security application implementation consultant job. Application implementation consultant, which is starts with Aura. Just add role membership so that you get an access for setup and maintenance. Save and close. Just click on the done. Just click on the sign out. Still it's not reflected. Give the sign out.
Vijay, so IT security manager has certain limitation, right? Not like all, he's not like super user.
No, not a super. You only will get a users and roles access. Now this is added everything. Now setup and maintenance will come into picture, administration and all. Just navigate to setup and maintenance. In order to perform add auto provision roles concept, first you need to create an employee. Nothing but a buyer, same as in our concept we call as an employee. We need to associate an employee to the user, and for that employee, we need to add auto provision roles. So in order to add an employee to the user, first go to the manage users. Just go to the manage users. Here you need to create an employee, and that employee you need to associate it with a user. Just add to the user for that employee. The same way in the article e-business also, in the user screen, the right side, we can see the person related information, right? The employee information. Same here also, we are trying to create the same. GP10 something employee. Okay, something tested. And you can associate this employee, nothing, the person details to existing user account. Our existing user account is nothing but GP10 user. This is our GP10 user. Just click on OK. Now you can select the employment information. The person type is employee, and it will enable a couple of options for us. What are the business unit and all? This is a legal employer. Legal employer, I'm trying to select include corp CL. And the business unit, something, you can select the known business unit. It is include or CL business unit. And if you want to add any details, your wish, just you can add. Just we are trying to create a person, and the person will be associated with our existing user. Okay. Just save and close. So here the auto provision roles option is available, right side button. If you observe here, when you click on auto provision roles, automatically roles can add it to the users. Before that, we need to add a rule for that. So it's taking much time to create this transaction.
So Vijay, it is only for employees, right? I mean, if we
Yeah,
create a normal user, I mean, we cannot give auto provision.
the auto provision, normal user we
Yeah.
cannot. Based on some rules, you need to provide the same.
Okay.
Now just click on the done. Here there is a auto provision roles, manage auto. There is a task manage role provisioning rules. Just select this task manage role provisioning rules, and here just try to create a rule mapping. Just click on the new. So here GP10 rule, and based on employee, I'm trying to create this rule. This is a condition, whichever condition you want, you can select here. So based on employee, system person type is employee and user person type is employee. So based on employee, I'm trying to add the roles, associated roles. Just try to click on the same, and the roles you can select here. What are the roles you are trying to associate it for this rule? So I'm trying to add something human capital management roles. Human capital management application administrator. These are HCM related application roles, and HR specialist role. HR specialist role. Where is something? This role is there. We can add, and human resource analyst, one of the job role is there. These three are HCM related roles, top level roles. One is human capital management application administrator, one is human resource analyst. Okay. Now these are auto provision. Just click on the save and close. Just click on OK. Now navigate to your user. Tools and security console. This is the users, and this is our target user. You see here, this manager, whichever we are created employee, right? That's an associated work and information region is enabled when you created any employee against your user. Since we are added this user existing user account, right? GP10. Now we are able to see employee information here. Just edit the role and just click on add auto provision roles. Now you can see all the roles can added here. Human capital management, human capital integration specialist, so on. So HR related roles can added to user, and some other roles also is there for employee. It's added. So the way you can add employee roles by using add auto provision roles. Based on some condition, you need to enable these roles. So this is about delegation, auto provision roles. Now we can see the delegation roles. That is very simple. For delegation roles, we need to add, roles. Instead of that, I will go for my own user and I will show you how we can, since it is not useful for us, just try to get the information, how it is works. Just sign out. So here, just navigate to the home screen. So here there is a my profile. Here there is a delegation option is available here. Roles and delegation. And again, it's my profile. You can see the roles and delegation. Just open the same. This is more into functional task. Just as a technical, you need to get the information at least how it works. At least what is what. So this is my user, test user 1. For this user, I have these many roles are assigned. And these for these roles, the assignable checkbox is enabled against your user screen. When you enable assignable checkbox against user screen, those roles can be visible here. The roles and delegation screen. Now here, this is the role delegations, approval delegation. Two options are there. Just click on the role delegation. I want to delegate any role to another user. Select a role name. So which role? I want to go for application developer or IT security manager role. The start date is today's date and end date is tomorrow's date. Something in these 2 days, I am trying to delegate into some other user. Something Ranjan Kumar at capgemini.com. Okay, just save it. Now, these 2 days, this Ranjan Kumar will try to perform all the activities whichever is performed by your manager. All IT security manager related tasks he will perform instead of absence of your manager. This is role delegation and this is approval delegation. For example, I want to approve my timesheets. So this is also required, right? If manager is on the vacation, so we need to add like this. Just click on the add. GP10 approval rule and end date is something tomorrow and category. So what you are trying to time and labor is nothing but your timesheets. So delegated to so on so Ranjan Kumar. So this Ranjan Kumar will try to approve your timesheets for the absence of your manager. Allow this user to approve their own transaction also. Just enable. For himself, he will approve the transaction, and for others also, he will approve the transaction in the 2 days when the absence of your manager. The respective user is absent, then we need to enable these approval delegations. Okay. So this is all about roles, security and roles. Okay. That's it for today. For your practice, for your assessment, tomorrow you can work with general ledger application. Just try to create a custom role general ledger and try to add, a specific menu access. And you need to show me how you are adding the same. At least anyone tried the same. At least I'm requesting for juniors. Sripad, Ashwini, Vishal. Okay, you need to practice the same. Take an application general ledger. Okay, just go to the simulate navigator and you can find the menu options and what are the options you are trying to enable. Just try to play with something and try to show me how it works for you. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
To add the custom row, obviously, I will get a confidence you are, grasping everything whichever I am telling. Okay. Okay, that's it for today. Any doubts?
My to